Hey guys, it's Chanel, and today I have another cooking one-on-one session. So as you can tell from those ingredients, you already know what I'm making. Yes, spaghetti. My daughter's favorite meal, so I had to cook it tonight because it is the holiday, so I didn't have no barbecue or nothing like that. It is Labor Day. So she goes back to school tomorrow, and I thought I'd give her a treat. So this is what I'm going to use to make my spaghetti. I have 3 pounds of ground beef right here, bell pepper, onion, spaghetti, granulated garlic, pepper, seasoned salt, granulated onion, garlic salt, minced garlic, 2 cans of Hunt spaghetti sauce, chunky vegetable and meat, and Petite cut diced tomatoes, and 2 cans of tomato sauce. I might not use the tomato sauce, but I like my spaghetti to be pretty saucy because I do not separate my noodles and then put the sauce on top. I mix it all together. So I have a pan for my meat right here, and back here I have a pot that is boiling. It's going to be boiling in a minute, but I already applied salt, and you need to put salt in the water because that's the only time you get to season the pasta. So I am going to chop up my bell pepper and onion, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I already chopped up my bell pepper and onion, and I'm going to turn the skillet on and add some corn oil, just a little bit, just to get the onions and bell pepper started, because you know ground beef makes its own oil, so we don't want it to be too greasy. So I'm just going to swirl that around in there. Let that get a little hot. And we only want the bell pepper and onion to get translucent. And we also want to add the minced garlic. So I'm only using a teaspoon of garlic because garlic burns fast, and once it burns, it makes the food taste funny. So only a little bit, like that. So now, as you hear that it's starting to cook, so just stir that up a little bit. Okay, so the onion and bell pepper are translucent enough. They'll cook a little more once I add the ground beef. So now I'm going to add the ground beef and the seasoning. You want to mix the meat, the bell pepper, and the onion good together so they won't continue to cook at the bottom of the skillet and then burn. Okay, so now I'm going to add the granulated garlic. Granulated onion. Seasoning salt. garlic salt. And last but not least, pepper. I'll mix it all around so it can be distributed throughout the meat. And I usually put my noodles in when my meat is done, and then I'll strain it, and then once I put the sauce and mix the tomato sauce and the tomatoes, that's when I put my noodles on, because they cook pretty fast. Okay, so we're gonna let that cook and we will return. Okay, so the meat is done, so now I'm going to drain off the fat, and then I will come back so I can show you how I cook the noodles. Okay, the water is already hot and ready for the noodles. So some of them I'm going to break in half, and then some of them I'm going to leave whole. So I usually break this many at a time. So I'll break it in half, and then put it in salted water. And this is going to be left over for a couple of days, so that's why I'm making a big old pot. Just like that. So once they start getting soft, the noodles will fall into the water. So don't worry about that, how it's sticking out of the pot. It will go down once the noodles get soft. So now I'm just straining my meat, and so now I am going to add all of the sauces. Okay, so the meat is done and strained, so now I'm going to add my Petite cut, and I'm going to turn the fire on medium. So I'm going to mix this throughout the meat before I put my tomato sauce. Okay, so here go 1 can of spaghetti sauce. And this is chunky. I do like my spaghetti to have chunks of vegetables in it. So I'm using 1 can of chunky vegetable and 1 can of meat. And this one is the meat one. So stir it up. And you can see all the carrots and all the chunky parts of the vegetables and the sauce. That's what I love about the chunky vegetables. You can actually taste and see the vegetables. So I'm just making sure the sauce is throughout the meat. And then I'm going to cover and put it on low and let it simmer. And about time that it simmers and it's all done, the noodles will be ready for us to mix it all together. So I'm gonna put it on low and cover it up. Okay, so I already drained the noodles. So now I'm using the same pot that I cooked the noodles in, and I'm going to ladle some of the meat at the bottom of the pot. And this is to spread the meat throughout the noodles. So I'm going to layer it meat, noodles, meat, noodles. So now the noodles. And that is the last of the noodles. So ooh, making a mess. So here is the finished spaghetti. This is my daughter's bowl. So this is the finished look. She didn't want no Parmesan cheese on it or nothing. She just wanted plain. So that is my spaghetti. I hope you guys learned a lot. Don't forget to please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I got a little surprise for you. This is the surprise. My baby tearing that spaghetti up. Is it good, Mama?
Yes.
Is it your favorite?
Yes.
Say hi to YouTube.
Hi.
Say hi, YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay, you can finish eating, baby. I love you.
I love you.
Say please rate, comment, and subscribe.
Mommy.
Okay. Say bye.
Bye.